Hi, this is Melissa. So last night I was reading the book of Ezra 4, and Messiah started speaking, so I had to grab a pen and start writing everything that he was sharing. I'm going to start with scriptures of Mark 13:26-27. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then he will send forth the messengers and will gather together his elect from the four winds, from the farthest end of the earth to the farthest end of heaven. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him, and all the tribes of the earth will mourn over him. So it is to be. Amen. Revelation 3:21. He who overcomes, I will grant him to sit down with me on my throne, as I also overcame and sat down with my Father on his throne. Revelation 24:6. Then I saw thrones, and they sat on them, and judgment was given to them. And I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because of their testimony of Yahushua, and because of the word of Elohim, and those who had not worshipped the beast or his image, and had not received the mark on their forehead and on their hand. And they came to life and reigned with Messiah for 1,000 years. The rest of the dead did not come to life until the 1,000 years were completed. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and set apart is the one who has a part in the first resurrection. Over these, the second death has no power, but they will be priests of Elohim and of Messiah, and will reign with him for 1,000 years. Psalm 107, 10-11. There are those who dwelt in darkness and in the shadow of death, prisoners in misery and chains, because they had rebelled against the words of Elohim and spurned the counsel of the Most High. John 14:23. Messiah answered and said to him, If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our abode with him. So the word I received this morning, it was just a little bit after midnight, and here it is. My daughter, write these words, for there is little time left, and my people know of my arrival. I am coming in the clouds, and to carry those of you away to a place safe in me, but the others will be left to fend of their own devices. They've made up their minds, trusting in men over my word. They've wanted to go their own ways instead of seeking my will for their lives. How few have turned to me to truly seek me. There is no other to save them or rescue them. They had their chances to believe, everyone given their fair share to accept or reject the life I laid out before them. Many had a rocky start, yet over time repented and gave their lives over to me. Their lives I've seen have been pleasing to me, their hands lifted up in praise, adoration, and worship of I, the one true King. I sit with my Father on his throne, and these whom have submitted unto me, that have allowed me to be their head, their master, and them my people, I will give the honor to sit with me on my throne. For years and a millennia will they be with me, ruling and reigning, teaching, instructing, bringing the vengeful and disobedient to justice. A cry goes throughout the land that pierces the darkness, shatters the skies, a cry and plea for mercy, yet there shall be none. The time for judgment has come, and the time for choosing another way has come to an end. There is no more opportunity for choosing. All have made their choice. All have submitted to the wiles of the evil one, if they're not found in me. I came to make my abode with man, yet was rejected. A promise was given, yet denied. Come away with me now, as time is short. Get ready to leave all behind. No looking back, yet only looking ahead. I love you, my bride, and here's to our new life. Your Savior, Redeemer, Master, and Friend, Messiah Jesus. So the scriptures that I read, I looked them up based on what I found in the word that Messiah had given, to confirm the word that he gave. And there's definitely a lot in here. One thing I noticed is that when I finished writing, I looked at the time. And like I've said before, I don't pay attention to numbers a whole lot. I like to be led of the Father as to when to look at numbers or when not to look at them. And so it was 12:19, and I felt led to look it up in the Strong's. In the Strong's Hebrew, the word is batsar, and it means cut off, fortified, fortify, gather, gathered, gathers, impenetrable, impossible, might, things, and thwarted. So I looked up a few words because I didn't know some of the words that were in the word that Messiah gave, like devices. Devices means plan, scheme, or trick. Vengeful, whom judgment is coming upon. The vengeful seek to harm someone in return for a perceived injury. They're vindictive, resentful, unforgiving, grudge-bearing, and bitter. The wiles of the evil one that these people have succumbed to. Wiles, it means devious, cunning, tricks, ploys employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. And then as far as for Strong's 12:19, the word fortified means to provide with defensive works as protection against the attack. And to fortify means to strengthen or to invigorate someone mentally and physically. So I found it interesting that Strong's 12:19 is mostly used throughout the word in reference to gather, gathered, or gathering, and gathers. So, okay, I'll leave you with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do another video based on what the Father has been having me do in my personal life and as a means to prepare. So thank you, and I just lift all of you up before him in his Son's mighty name. Amen.